in order to clean one of our ME1 style machines or ME2 styles with a traditional nozzle and 2 ball valves, the basis of cleaning it is running production runs, filling your containers from production, but hooking your pump connection up to the CIP of the machine. So traditionally what we would do, you would turn your machine on, and then you turn your pump on, and then you would just run your production cans with your cleaning fluid, whether that be a water mixture or a solvent mixture. You would run that through your machine as a traditional fill, and that will get the basis of your nozzles clean. If you wanted to clean without that, what you would end up doing is turning your machine on, leaving your pump off. You would open up your nozzle, and you would open it so that all of the product in that nozzle runs out. Your product delivery starts to drain and empty. And once that's empty like that, you can have your nozzle closed. And then in order to take these off, these are all tri-clamp connections. So in order to take them off, I'm going to loosen this up so that the can is more centered underneath that connection. I brace it against my body just to help hold that steady. And we'll take that off. Any product or solvent will flow out of your nozzle like that. You empty it into your container, and then this nozzle is ready to be cleaned. On our plug style nozzles such as this one, what you've essentially got is you have a Teflon plug that goes in and through the nozzle. I don't know if you can see that there. Goes in and through the nozzle, and then it stops the hole at the bottom. So on a plug style, this is a quick connect that when the air is off of the machine, you can open this quick connect up and disconnect the upper air cylinder from that plug, and that's how you're able to clean these. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just show you the basis of taking apart these nozzles that are a plug style. So what you'll end up doing is you'll undo the lower and the upper tri-clamps. It's easier with the air off. I'm going to shut the air off to the machine. That way, I will be able to lift this. Now, if this is not moving like it is not now, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take off your air line so that that air can exhaust out, and then you can pull that up, and that'll be completely disconnected. Now, once this tri-clamp comes apart here, you'll be able to slide your plug nozzle off like that, and then you'll be able to clean this section of your plug nozzle, as well as this tri-clamp can come undone, and that takes apart the rest of the plug nozzle if you did not want to take out this plug itself. If you do want to take that plug out, it's a tight fit to get it back in, but we'll end up lifting this portion up again. These are all spring to close. So you lift that up, and then you push your plug nozzle, push or pull your plug nozzle out of the seat. You'll be able to see that on the inside. There's that little orange seal. That's an extremely tight fit, but you'll have to push it out through there, and then you'll have full access to cleaning that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock that one back in. And then I will take this one off as well, just to show you that real quickly. So, this is how all of our plug nozzles come apart. And then this seat right here, that's where that orange seal is. That's going to be stationary unless you take out that retention ring right there. So, that's how all of these come apart. And then when you're putting them back together, you will end up placing, you'll place that T over the top of that. And you'll place your tri-clamp around. Just like that. And then When you're putting this back on the machine, the air lines at the top of the air cylinder like this, they need to be facing towards the back of the machine, and your logo on your T connection right here should be at the front. So it's going to essentially want to go back together like that. So with this in line now, I'm going to tighten this tri-clamp down so that it's got a leak-free connection. And then same thing for the top one. We'll place that back on. Place our plug back in. And we'll return that tri-clamp. Onto there. And tighten it back down. Once those are nice and tight, this nozzle is ready to go back on the machine. You can reinsert your air lines to their corresponding locations. And then you'll be able to take that gasket, place it in between the two connections, and I brace it up against my body. It is easier with two people, obviously, if you do this, but if you're by yourself, it's pretty easy to just brace it. And then once your tri-clamp is mostly in position, you can rotate that so that it'll be out of the way of your fill nozzle, and you'll be able to return that into place. Our product deliveries are either a tri-clamp connection or a threaded MPT connection. If it is threaded, the easiest way of cleaning everything is just running that solvent through, like in a production run. If you do have a tri-clamp connection, you are able to take these tri-clamps off individually, off of your ball valves and any extra tubing in there, and then you'll be able to clean them as such. All of our valves are spring to close valves, so they are a potential pinch point if there's no air on it. And then cleaning your product hose is going to be the same thing. Just take that off, run solvent through it. If you have a cone style nozzle such as these, there is a nut on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that underneath. There's a nut on the bottom that you would be able to loosen in order to take this cone off. This cone is the outside piece. And then after that, you would undo these 4 knobs, and that's how you would be able to take this cone seat off of this nozzle specifically, and then you will be able to clean it in the same fashion. But the easiest way, again, is to just run solvent through it.